I've been doing CrossFit consistently for 7 years, but I really want to spend some time working on my strength and maybe build more upper body muscle. I love the community and don't want to quit. How can I do both?
You got some experience with this with some of your clients that actually work out.
And I get it. Like loving the community, wanting to be in that space, wanting to go there and show up for your friends. We have several clients that actually do that do 3 days of strength training and like 3 days of CrossFit. And that works great. No matter what you do, if this is what you've decided, I know it will benefit me to do a little less CrossFit and a little more strength training. Then you just have to wrap your mind around doing that and like go ahead and do it. And don't worry about the other people in the class, what they might say. I saw this at my gym. The community gets pretty tight at certain class hours. And if anybody disrupts the system or wants to go out on a tangent and do something else, there could be some like talk of like, hey, you're not showing up, you're being lazy, you're not getting up in the morning, whatever it is. And you're like, no, I'm strength training at home. Like, oh, no, that's weak, whatever. You just have to let your like results speak instead of your voice. But I do think it's a great idea to try to stay as a part of that community 2 or 3 days a week.
I think I would also like look, what's the tendency of how your gym program? I think it's pretty common in CrossFit to do a lot of overhead work and probably a lot of leg work. So maybe you can start by working on the things that you don't get a lot of at your CrossFit class. And maybe you can start out with just a couple days of strength training at home. I think also be careful not to sacrifice taking at least 2 legitimate rest days per week. If you start to feel that peer pressure from the group, I'll go anyway.
I'll go 5 days a week and I'll do some strength training.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to start to run into overuse injuries, possibly acute injuries.
And that's person to person dependent too. Are you a novice lifter? Are you an experienced lifter? Kind of where you are, how much you're lifting, what you're doing outside of like CrossFit and your lifting. Am I super sore? Am I not recovering? Am I feeling tired every day? Using your recovery to judge how much or how little you need to be doing.
And this could go for Orange Theory, Camp Gladiator, or whatever, any kind of group class. Look at what are you missing and build that into your program. Also, it's probably going to be, a lot of like single joint isolation stuff like bicep curls, tricep extensions, lateral raises, glute ham work. You got to look at this from like a holistic perspective. If you're just going to download a template online, it's kind of a crapshoot whether you're going to get what you need or not. So really put some thought into it, or hire a coach who's willing to talk with you about what you're going to be doing in your group class and tailor something to what you're really going to be missing. So you are maximizing the time that you're going to spend doing this.
Exactly. And there are some gyms I know that will like allow this open gym time. So it could be like a time where you kind of go to class an hour early or stay an hour later, and you get to do both, like experience the CrossFit class in the community and then stay after and do 30 minutes of lift. All right. Awesome.